Hey everyone, welcome to Firefall News, the show where I cover stuff that's happening right now at Firefall or will happen pretty soon. This time we're talking about Recon and the upcoming changes. So, first of all, your health is at standard, so 0% bonus for your health. So you have the same HP pool like, for example, engineers and biotechs. Your movement speed is at very high, so 6.5 meters per second. So now you are at the fastest frame in game, even if it's only by half a meter or 2.25 meters per second. You are now the fastest moving frame in game. You have jet energy at high, equals 400 jet energy. Right now we have 300. And jet energy recharge is at standard 75 per second. So you are the fastest frame, and you can also climb buildings, hills, and stuff like this pretty damn well to reach your next estimated sniper location as fast as possible. Let's see what happens to the weapons and abilities. The Recon has its primary weapon is now the marksman rifle. It's basically the new name for the R36, and there are basically no changes at all. It is a marksman rifle for long range damage, and alternative fire is the scope for increased accuracy, so really no changes here. As abilities, you have the cryo shot that shoots a freezing projectile that will detonate on impact, and all enemies affected in this area will be snared for a short time, and it will leave ice, basically ice in this area, and every enemy running through will be slowed down. And then we have the teleport beacon. It is like the teleport grenade the Raptor can use right now, but without rolling around. So you throw it, and on the impact point it will create your teleport beacon, and by pressing the ability again it will teleport you to this location. Then we have the remote explosive. It's basically a mine you can throw or shoot. Couldn't test this, so I don't know exactly if you shoot it or whatever. And here it tells us you launch it, so don't get me on this. But it's a mine that you can detonate. So you throw it somewhere, let's say you throw it somewhere, you wait, enemies come close, you press the ability again, and then it will explode. And dealing kinetic damage to enemies. And the ultimate is artillery strike. Also, no changes at all here. 1 point, artillery will rain down there and deal massive amount of AoE damage. Then we have the Nighthawk. Now changes start to begin. Primary weapon is a sniper rifle. The good old bolt action we know. And alternative fire, aim down sights, so the scope. Absolutely no changes for the primary weapon from the Nighthawk, but the abilities. Decoy is now Nighthawk only. Nighthawk is now the true sniper you know from other games, for example. Decoy will make you invisible, will place a holographic decoy of yourself on the location that will taunt enemies to come closer to it and dealing damage to it. And after some time it will explode, dealing area of effect damage. So, and then your stealth is cancelled, or this is cancelled as we know it from right now as soon as you attack. Then Sin Beacon. Yes, it is now a Nighthawk only. So the Nighthawk got a pretty strong buff for the group. So you have actually a reason to take a Nighthawk with you. Not only its high damage output, also the Sin beacon. And this will add enemies to the Sin, shared intelligence network, and so you can see their position on the minimap and through walls, and they're all getting or become vulnerable, so they take more damage from all sources. So also your friends will deal more damage to them, like it is right now. So not much changes, but it is Nighthawk only now. And the ultimate is still Eruption or Eruption rounds, with a different effect, let's say it this way, or a different mechanic. Enemies you kill will explode. So no spamming in one direction and hope this will hit something. No. You activate your ultimate ability. You have to place aimed shots to kill enemies, and then they will explode, adding thermal damage in area of effect. So it requires now much more skill to use it properly. Then the Raptor, its primary weapon is a charge rifle. Again, no changes at all here. It will charge up to deal more damage, and alternative fire is the scope. No changes at all. Abilities. Now, Smokescreen is now Raptor only. But wait, why? Wait a minute, it all makes sense. Smokescreen also doesn't make you invisible. Even this makes sense. New Smokescreen, throw it on your own people. They all will get a buff, through which they will get less damage. Throw it on the enemies. They won't be able to see you as good, and this will decrease their accuracy. Why makes this sense? If it makes you stealth is cancelled as soon as you attack. Just to keep this in mind. Now, the next ability is Assassinate. It teleports you behind a target, and you will strike this target with a devastating melee attack. It's not in the notes here, but Pats told this to us on the live stream. If you kill the enemy using this ability, the cooldown of this ability will reset. And now the Smokescreen, the way it works right now, makes sense, or it will work after the update. It makes sense. You throw it into an enemy group, you teleport with Assassinate into this group, so the group won't be able to hit you as good as normal, since they are in the Smokescreen. And if they hit you, you are also in the Smokescreen, and you will get reduced damage. So, and you can attack as much as you want without losing these perks, let's call it this, or buffs. So this actually makes sense. And as soon as you hit an enemy with Assassinate that you can't kill, cooldown kicks in, you use the teleport signal from the Accord Recon to get out there again. So the Raptor now is really an assassin. A rogue, if you want to compare it to old school World of Warcraft. I haven't played it since Wrath of the Lich King, but I think it hasn't changed much. But yeah. It's now, the Raptor is now an assassin. Basically, you're running through the enemies, assassinate your way through, teleport out there again, wait for all your cooldowns, and during this time you use your primary weapon. But most of the time you will just assassinate enemies. Coming to its ultimate, its Overload. This got also changed a little bit. Not as drastically like the Nighthawk ability ultimate, but also you have to hit an enemy with it to trigger the explosion. And it also got nerfed. You can't spam like an idiot, because this explosion can only trigger once per second on one target. If you're able to hit several targets, it should trigger on several targets at the same time. Should. And so also here it requires more skill to be used in a proper way, but it's still really strong. Yeah, that's basically it for the Recons. Lot of changes here. I really like them. And yeah, don't forget to check out the videos for all the other frames. I will link them here on the screen and in the video description, because some of them also had some major changes in playstyle, like for example the Raptor. And yeah, don't miss these. Probably there is something even for you that you didn't even expect to be there now. And yeah, I wish you awesome time, and see you in game or maybe in the next video. Bye!